Today we are going to talk about a quadratic equation method 3, which is quadratic formula. We've already dealt with the method 1, which was factorization method, and then method 2, using completing the square. Now today we're dealing with the method 3, which is quadratic formula. We're going to generate the quadratic formula out of the quadratic equations that we have to solve the three questions on the right side. Now, first of all, we already know the quadratic equation, which is the ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Now, what you have to do is you need to divide all the terms by the coefficients of the x squared, which is a. So we're going to divide here by a, here by a, here by a, and this also by a. Now, those a takes this a off. Then we'll have the x squared plus the bx over a plus c over a equals 0. Now we group the like terms. So we take the terms that has no x to where the 0 is. So c over a has no x, goes here. So we have the x squared plus the bx over a equals. Now, since it is positive c over a, when it crosses the equal sign, becomes negative c over a. Now, remember, using the completing the square, what you're going to do is they're going to find half of the coefficients of x. So half will be 1 over 2 times b over a. That gives us b over 2a. Now, we square whatever that we have after the half. That gives us b over 2a squared. Now, we're going to add this to both of the sides of the terms. So we will have s squared plus bx over a plus, now we're going to add this, which is going to be b over 2a squared equals minus c over a plus into bracket b over 2a squared. Now, as we did it in the completing the square, since both have square, we're going to pull them in a common bracket. There's two. So we're going to write x plus b over 2a all squared equals, now we can expand this as minus c over a plus, now b over 2a squared, we'll write b squared over 4a squared. Now we will further expand this. So we will write x plus b over 2a all squared. Simplifying this term, we write the LCM is 4a squared. Now you know that a goes into 4a squared. 4a times negative c will give us negative 4ac plus 4a squared goes into 4a squared, 1 times b squared will give us b squared. Then this further could be arranged as b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Now, when you write this term again, we can remove x plus b over 2a squared is now equal to b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Now we can remove the square by introducing square roots. So introducing square roots, whatever you do on the left side, you do the same thing on the right side. So square root here, square root here as well. We have square root here as well. This gives us plus or minus. Now the square root takes away the square. Now we have x plus b over 2a equals, now we can actually write it in this form, plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over square root of 4a squared. Now we can further expand this by knowing that the square root of the side can be further be extended. The square root of 4a squared thus can further be simplified. So we bring this expression up here to continue. So we write the x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over, now this can be simplified as 2a. Then we can now group the like terms once again. So b over 2a, which has no x, will be moved to the side. So this can now finally becomes plus or minus into what we have square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is positive b over 2a. When it crosses the equal signs, becomes negative b over 2a. Now finding the LCM, we can easily write as a simplified form where they will all share the same thing. So we write minus, this is negative b, so it's going to be a minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Since they're all sharing the same denominator, it becomes a common term. So this will be the final answer, the final formula that you'll be expected to generate out of the quadratic equation. Now let's use this to solve the various questions that we have. We're going to solve the first question, and I'll leave the second and the third question for you people to solve it using this quadratic formula to see who has the answer correctly. Is that okay? All right, let's go on. So the first question, which is question I, has 3x squared minus 7x minus 11 equals 0. Now we need to be able to identify what is A, what is B, and what is C for us to be able to use the formula. So comparing this to our general quadratic equation formula, we will compare it writing the ax squared plus the bx plus c equals 0. Now from here, you definitely know that the a represents the 3, b represents the negative 7, c represents the negative 11. So when you write it here, you have a equals 3, b equals negative 7, and c equals negative 11. Now, we writing our general quadratic equation formula, which is this: x equals minus b plus or minus square roots of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, you have to just substitute. So finding the values of x, you're going to write x equals, the b is already negative, so we have negative 7 plus or minus square root the b, which is negative 7, so squared, minus 4, the a is 3, and the c is negative 11 all over 2. The 3 represent the a, which is this. Now, this becomes very simple now. This negative times negative 7 gives us positive 7. So we have 7 plus or minus, then the one in the square root. Negative 7 squared gives us positive 49. Then we have 12, because of 4 times, negative 4 times 3 gives us negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 11 gives us a positive 132. So 132. We divide by 2 times 3, which is 6. 2 times 3, which is 6. We can further move ahead to write x equals 7 plus or minus the square root. Now, 49 plus 132 will give us 181 divided by 6. So we can further continue the answer here by writing x is now equal to 7 plus or minus square root of 181 all over 6. Now, since we don't have a perfect square for 181, we can leave our answer in this format by saying that x will be equal to 7 plus, we take the first positive, this. So 7 plus square root of 181 over 6, or x will be equal to, now we come to the negative, so it becomes 7 minus square root of 181 over 6. So now, guys, this will be your answers that you will be expected to have. The first one is going to be x equals 7 plus square root 181 over 6, or x equals 7 minus square root of 181 over 6. All right, so using this method, you are going to solve for the x, the II, which is this, and then the III, which is this question. Please don't forget to share your answers in the comment section below for us to learn from each other. Don't forget, we've dealt with the first method, which is the factorization method. We've dealt with the second method, which is the completing the square, and this is the third method using the quadratic formula. But remember, It's always very important that you learn all the three methods because some of the questions will be very specific. If it says that you should use factorization method, you're not supposed to use completing the square method. If it says you should use the completing the square method, you cannot use quadratic or the factorization method. So just familiarize yourself with all the three methods and make sure you know how to solve every quadratic equation using all the three methods. All right, guys, don't forget, I'll be expecting your answers for II and III. All right, until we meet again. Peace, I'm out.